What's up, guys? My name is Christian.
Carlos.
Josh.
This is trtboxing.
Today we're going to talk about the Paul Malignaggi Juan Diaz rematch. It's the second fight. It's pretty much fuck. Never mind. This is again. I forgot what I was gonna say. Well, you look at me like that.
Easiest video ever.
Really? Really?
That's because you've been out of practice because you haven't been here.
Have you
seen our other videos? Those are both one take.
Carlos? Josh?
Those are both one take.
1, 2, 3. What's up, guys? My name is Christian.
Carlos.
Josh.
This is trtboxing.
Today we're going to talk about the rematch between Paul Malignaggi and Juan Diaz happening this Saturday, December 12th. Coming to this fight, I have Malignaggi winning the fight more than because he got robbed big time in this last fight in Houston. Like I said on my prediction before, that jab, he's gonna throw constantly. He's gonna try to back off Diaz, and it's just the only way that Diaz is gonna win this again is if he actually tries to knock out Paul Malignaggi, because with the boxing skill that Paulie has, I see it very hard for Diaz to win in the 12 rounds.
Yeah, our last video, our first prediction video actually, was for the first fight. In that fight, we all had Diaz winning by decision. And after the fight, of course, none of us even had scores close to Diaz winning. I think the closest one was like a 116, 112 or something like that. But and that was from Malignaggi. In this fight, I really don't see going much different. I think Diaz will do a little better. He'll make it a little closer. But then again, I can see Malignaggi doing better because he knows what Diaz is going to bring. A boxer like Malignaggi with his speed and his good jab, I think he'll be able to learn better than Diaz will be able to, since his style is more of a straightforward action type fight. He doesn't have a big room for change. He's not like a big boxing technical fighter where Malignaggi is, so he can stay away and keep that game plan going. So I think it's going to be a UD for Malignaggi. This time it'll be a good decision, hopefully, and hopefully there'll be people watching that a little more, since this year's been ridiculous. And I think Malignaggi will be able to keep the same style, jab away, and take this by UD.
Yeah, I also think it's this fight's going to be all about the jab, all about Malignaggi's jab. That's how the first fight was. Malignaggi was fast enough. He has an amazingly fast jab. He was fast enough to land that jab and get away. Diaz did have his moments where he got in and landed. One thing though, what Diaz needs to do is to be able to cut the ring. That's another thing. I really don't know how big the ring is going to be this time. But I know Malignaggi wanted a bigger ring. He ended up getting a smaller one, along with the Texas judges. But in the last fight, so I don't know how big this ring is going to be. I'm guessing maybe it will be more.
I think it is bigger.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's going to benefit Malignaggi a little better. But anyways, the thing is that Diaz needs to learn how to cut that ring. He needs to cut the ring for Malignaggi. The other thing is, well, it all goes back to cutting the ring. Malignaggi keeps on going in circles around Diaz, throwing the jab, and then Diaz will get a little confused there. So cut the ring, put pressure, try to get him in the corners as much as he can. That's how he landed his good shots, was to try to he caught him in the little corner and threw his combinations there. If Josh is right and the ring is bigger and Diaz is not able to cut the ring, it's even going to be I'm guessing a better fight for Malignaggi, since he'll just be able to go around Diaz the entire fight, jabbing him the entire time. Carlos said Diaz would need to knock out Malignaggi. Yes, but Malignaggi's not going to get knocked out. The other thing is, forgot.
Well, basically say he's not going to get knocked out because Diaz doesn't have crazy power or anything. There's not going to be a knockout in this fight unless it's like a TKO for a cut or something. It's, I don't think, a knockout. But
and it's almost going to have a TKO for a cut. It's going to be Diaz. Everyone saw that Diaz had a pretty bad cut last fight.
And if there is a knockout, an actual knockout, it'll be against Malignaggi. But I don't think Diaz has the power, because Malignaggi does have a good chin. He's proven that. He has a good heart. We talked about all this.
And Malignaggi is definitely not going to knock out Diaz. But
it's possible with a fast counter, but Diaz he's a pretty resilient guy. So I think he'll be able to stick through and do pretty good in the fight. They both last.
But my prediction is I have Malignaggi winning by unanimous decision. But I would not be surprised if Diaz is smart enough to actually be able to pull out a decision in there. I would also not be surprised if Diaz gets robbed. I'm just saying that. I can see judges for some reason. Lately, we've been seeing a lot of it. You saw the Williams-Malignaggi fight. You saw a blind judge there. Williams-Martinez fight. You saw a blind judge. We've been seeing that all year. I would not be surprised if someone wants to give Diaz the same medicine he got, Malignaggi got, in the last fight, and robs Diaz, and then it just ends up being a game like this where they keep on robbing each other. I wouldn't be surprised. But I still think it's going to be a unanimous decision for Malignaggi, which is going to call for a third fight probably somewhere in between Texas and New York or something like that. But definitely going to be a good fight, a close fight. It's not going to be. I don't see a wide decision. I see a close decision somewhere in there going for Malignaggi since.
I think it will be closer than last time. But this will be a good fight.
And if we have right judges, then they'll be going for
if we have the right neutral judges.
In this case, if it was a robbery, I would still be pissed about it because the fighter that won the fight, let him win. But I wouldn't I would laugh about it, but be pissed if it was a robbery just because Diaz shouldn't have won the last fight, in my opinion. So if he does get robbed, I give it Malignaggi, and all's fair, It just fights just got flip-flops, who should have won.
But still, no one should get robbed.
Yeah, the judges there needs to be more of a regulation on that, but that's a whole different thing. But yeah, that's what we got for this fight.
But it should be a good fight.
Okay.
Thank you.
Also, we have there's some good undercards during that night. We have Victor Ortiz coming back against a very seasoned another Antonio Diaz. What else we got?
There's a bunch of fights. Timothy Bradley versus Lon Peterson, Klitschko versus Johnson, but none of those are on the same thing. Timothy Bradley's on Showtime. We'll talk about that later.
Later.